All right, boys. So here we are on the 4th floor of the Deer, and we are going to be using TYR, the new TYR. And this character is going to be really good because it sounds like with his terms of his passive, he's going to be a character that's going to be really good for the Deer. But he's also able to be used in PvP, so that's going to be really interesting as well. And this is the team we're going to be rocking, featuring TYR, Thor, Jormungandr, and Freyr. So, and it's going to be an artifact card set, which is going to be the Deer one, which is really good because it can prevent you from being frozen. And this is going to be our gear set as you're watching HP/defense on everybody except for Thor. Thor is going to be our DPS, even though TYR can technically also be a DPS as well. I just don't like him because obviously in terms of his passive, he doesn't have as much sustainability as with Queen Academy Hail, because Hail can kind of prevent you from dying sometimes. All right, so we are just going to be using cards. I gotta remember which everything does. It's been a minute since I played this version. Usually want to keep your cards. And again with TYR, I don't know if I've explained it before, but he has a lot of passives that can pretty much allow you to pretty much tank it pretty well. Like he can, so it says for each applicable ally participating in battle, the applicable allies represents the crit defense increases by 15%, and the damage taken decreases by 15%, and the hero's damage dealt increased by 20%, and the applicable allies are unknown, race, and Ragnarok. Again, he also applies a Aurora of the battlefield to applicable allies at the start of the battle. Now, this is where you can either let yourself be frozen, or you can go full berserk when attacking. Usually, I guess technically you don't really have to go crazy. You see, he pretty much also can delete buff as well too. Yeah, he can delete buffs. So it said roar the battlefield, increase pierce rate by 3% and damage dealt by 2% for every 1% HP loss. He also increased applicable allies attack by 15% for 3 turns at the start of allies' turn, stack of 3 times. And if there's one enemy on the battlefield, all buffs are removed from them when the hero uses a skill. And if allies use a single target, attacks 3 times or more in 1 turn, 2 debuffs are removed from each ally, and allies who debuffs removed are healed for 20% of their max HP. So again, a really strong character if you are a person who is wanting to play demonic beasts. So I kind of let myself be frozen. And it kind of removes the buffs, but if you don't remove the buffs right here, you usually want Thor to basically attack, because obviously she deals more damage because she's the DPS. But if you want to get rid of the waves as well too, all you have to do is just ults, and that can also get rid of the waves. So that is also really gonna be good. I don't know if I want to use Thor right here, because you kind of need Thor cards next turn. I guess I just ult. I'll probably just set up my Thor. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna set up for her. Alright, so those should be gone, and it killed regardless. Is you want to keep Thor cards just so you can set up the next phase. And this is where you want to use I think it's like 2 cards. It's like 2 or 3 cards, and you kind of are trying to get rid of those stacks. So we can get rid of the stacks right here. I believe it's 2. Yep, it's 2. And again, for each attribute, it kind of like switches over. So if you was a person who used obviously green, you obviously stop the damage reduction for blue. If you use red, then you stop the damage reduction for green. You know, vice versa. And again, this is where Thor just pretty much pops off right here, because obviously you can just spam her attack cards. Because again, you lose your damage reduction, and because she has so much attack, that's gonna be really good at clearing this phase. Now the other phase, if I'm not mistaken, you have to use all, I think it's like 3 of the same cards, and you get a shield. I don't like my Freyr HP though. Like my Freyr HP is super low. But again, like I said before, I think this is the one where you need like 3 cards, and you get a shield. So yeah, I'm just going for this then. I believe you need 3 of the same attributes, and you pretty much get a shield right here. Yep, there you go. I got a shield. And the way to remove that HP buff is to use an ultimate. I kind of got to save Freyr ultimate because I want to keep trying to get my shield up. So I might have to save my ultimates right here. Again, he's not gonna be able to get rid of me anyways because of that shield. So we are still in a really good position. But if I do get another Freyr card, obviously I'm just gonna use it up. This gives us the perfect opportunity to heal our team up. And you see I'm pretty much healed up now. Usually this is the phase where you want to like pretty much stall as much as possible. And I could low-key ult right here. I could low-key ult. I should have enough damage right now. Yep. And again, you just want to try to like save your cards up, you know, for the next phase, because this next phase is going to be the hardest one because it requires you to use the color wheel, which usually people struggle with the color wheel because of them not getting the proper cards. So you got to be very careful when it comes to this color wheel. So we got blue, red, green, and we're gonna start off with blue again. I guess with Jormungandr, I technically didn't need to save my Jormungandr card because TYR can remove the buffs by himself by just using the skill, right? Because usually you want to keep your Jormungandr single target because you want to save the because you want to be able to remove buffs. So technically I didn't really need to. But then again, right now I'm literally getting no no TYR cards. Well, that's kind of been sucking right now. The next one is red. I already did blue, right? Yeah, I already did blue. I guess green, blue, and then I'm gonna merge my cards together because again we want to try to get another Freyr card, or hopefully get another Freyr card. Again, this is going to be the hardest one because again it requires you to have like good RNG when pulling cards. And that's usually the struggle when it comes to the 4th floor of the Deer, is the RNG factor. Yep, and I pull a Freyr card, and I still got my ultimates. That's why I made sure I keep my ultimate. And I just love how I got no TYR cards this entire run. Oh my god. Like for real, I literally got no TYR cards this entire run. This is crazy. Alright, so we got red, green, we're just gonna remove his buffs. Unfortunately, right now we're forced to attack. So we got red, green, blue. Yeah, right? That's the right color, right? Right, red, green, and then blue, and then we go for red again. This is where we get Freyr ultimates. And you also want to make sure you can check up here to see which one lost a damage reduction stack. As you can see, Freyr for the red attribute lost his the damage reduction stack, and we just slowly going through the stacks. So Freyr ultimate is free. That's why Freyr is really decent on here, because obviously you can just attack your ultimate, and again he has that death ultimate. Again, people hate Freyr because he's a character who is old, but he hits so hard. He hits so hard, man. Right now is at green, so I can just go for my ult right here. Or technically I could go for tier right here. Actually, no, it don't even matter. It don't matter because he's dead. Green. Oh. There's one thing I don't have though. I don't have a blue card. But it's already over anyways, right? It's already over. But I don't think I do damage though right here. Dang. All right, let's go for this. Yeah, it's already over. All right, cool. Yeah, it was GG regardless. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I was so close to losing right there because I didn't have a blue card. Like, imagine if it was like in turns before, I would have technically lost right there because of me not having that blue card. Because again, you have to keep recycling the color wheel, or you pretty much you lose. But yeah, tier definitely made it a little bit easier, a lot easier. Obviously, I was hoping that I pulled more so of his cards so you could see more of the buff removable factor. Because again, removing those buffs is gonna be really nice, especially when dealing with this boss. Because again, those buffs could really hurt a run, especially because he keeps healing or he gets all those stats. But again, you also have Jormungand who can also still buff, so you technically don't even need tier. Like I said before, I use Hail because again, she has a revive function on her ultimate at 2 out of 6, and that could really help you. But tier overall has the passive that can help you because again, he gives you crit defense, crit resistance. He increases your damage dealt. He can help you recover. Again, this is the demonic beast unit for the deer right now. But Hail is a good character too. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe again. This is Marilli, guys, and I'm out. Peace.